Hey guys, it's Charlie. It's September the 24th, Thursday. I wasn't going to do a video tonight, but I just there's so much stuff going on right now, and I thought there'd be some guys putting videos out tonight that would be talking about it. But it's 8:30 almost here, and I still have not seen anything come out. So I wanted to do a quick one and just kind of put a warning out there of what I see happening. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. We just wrapped up this UN meeting for the last couple days, and there's been a lot of rhetoric thrown around between nations on the role of America, this, that, and the other thing. That's leading us right into this G20 meeting tomorrow, and there's already protesters showing up and being dealt with. I'm going to attach a video. It was a CNN reporter on the scene, and a couple things I want you to notice is, first of all, you can hear Wolf Blitzer calling the group there anarchists, and a few other reference to less than desirable adjectives to describe the people who are protesting there. So, which is no big deal. I mean, that's mainstream media. At least they're covering these protests. But I also want you to notice the tactics the police department is using, or the paramilitary. I don't know. I was in the military, and these guys are driving Hummers. They're dressed in battle dress uniforms, albeit just dark blue. But you'll see the protesters. There's maybe 100 of them here. Carrying banners, carrying signs. Then they show the police using this sonic weaponry against them, and it's a high-frequency, high-noise, sonic directed weapon that you'll hear in the video, and it's loud in the video, but in person this thing causes great discomfort and will disperse a crowd. And then the robotic-like voice of the policeman saying, "Disperse, this is an unlawful, blah, blah, blah." It's very surreal. And this is happening right now. This is going on, and the G20 is not even underway. And tomorrow, I imagine we're going to see a lot more of these protests. At least we should see a lot more of these protests. It might be somewhat blacked out on the news, but apparently CNN's covering it, and I'm sure that you'll be able to find the news on the internet about what's going on tomorrow. But it isn't just the G20 that's happening. I'm going to put another video up that Fall to Grace sent me of Ron Paul being interviewed about H.R. 1207 today, and how Barney Frank is going to bring this bill up tomorrow. And this thing cannot fail the House. It can't. It has a overwhelming supermajority. Over 295 congressmen and women have signed on to it, so it cannot fail the House. I mean, the Senate's a different story, but it's going to pass the House. And in this interview, they talk about all the things that we know are true, which is the Federal Reserve has created this recovery, this end of the recession. They've created it out of thin air, and they've done it by creating money out of nothing, and that money you and I are liable for. Even if they create it out of nothing, we're still liable for this money, because the American taxpayer inevitably pays the bill. Even if it's just creating money out of thin air, it's still stealing value out of the dollars that are in your pocket. So, and this is going to happen. This 1207 is going to happen. But before that can even happen, the federal judge who gave an extension to the Federal Reserve to turn over the information that they have to now because of a court case that Bloomberg brought against them. They were supposed to do it last month. They have were able to delay turning over the information for a month, but that's coming to an end at the end of this month as well. So before 1207 can even be voted on, I think we might see a lot of bad information coming out of the Federal Reserve. That could do a lot of harm to the economy. And, again, I want to just make this clear. That's not fear-mongering. I want this information to come out. I want the true correction to happen in this economy. And if that means it throws us into a depression, for 5 years, 10 years, whatever. I think knowing the truth and being able to accept it for what it is and work together to build our way back out of it in a legitimate manner, in an open, honest manner, is I can deal with that. I can support, but to have a bunch of BS thrown at us about a magical 10-month recovery because a few banks are doing better, nobody believes that. And in the long run, the longer that we delay this, the longer that we look away from reality and we believe the fantasy, the worse it's going to be. So, I'm excited for all these things going on. I'm hoping it's not a violent weekend in Pittsburgh, but it very well could be. I hope it's not. But people are frustrated. They feel like they're at the end of their rope, and I think it's with good reason they feel that way, because it's obvious that if you are trying to get your voice heard, it's just not happening. So, at any rate, everybody stay alert, stay vigilant. Don't do anything stupid if you're protesting. Bring a camera with you. Make sure you record everything you're doing, and stay away from violence, because it's not going to do anything but prove their point. That we're a bunch of violent right wingers, which we know that's not true. So, at any rate, be safe, be alert, keep informed. That's all I got.